Normality is a paved road. It's comfortable to walk on, but no flowers grow on it.
This film features a remake of one of Vincent's lost works, Painter on the Road to Tarascon, also known as Painter on His Way to Work. Watch us retrace the steps Vincent took on his way to work in both South London and Ramsgate.
Vincent was born in a village called Zundert in the region of Brabant in the southern Netherlands.
He travelled to England, Belgium and finally to France.
In January 1874, Vincent wrote to Theo, "It's a great pleasure for me to observe London and the English way of life, and the English themselves. And I also have nature and art and poetry. And if that isn't enough, what is?" Vincent wrote to Theo, "I walk here as much as I can."
The suburbs of London have a peculiar charm.
I can't tell you how interesting it is to see London. The way of life here is very different to ours.
One of the first things Vincent did when he arrived in London was to buy himself a top hat.
Every morning, Vincent would leave his house in 87 Hackford Road and set off for Covent Garden. He walked past St Mark's Church, near the Oval, and then he'd walk over Westminster Bridge. I used to pass Westminster Bridge every morning and every evening and know how it looks when the sun sets behind Westminster Abbey. Vincent found employment with an art dealer's called Goupil & Co., whose address was 17 Southampton Street, just off the Strand.
After deciding he could no longer work in the art trade, Vincent took a job as a teacher's assistant at a boarding school in Ramsgate.
He sent letters to Theo written on old exam papers. Sometimes he would send Theo seaweed that he had found on a Ramsgate beach.
Vincent described Paris as being filthy, and he also complained about the noise and food. So on the 19th of February 1888, he boarded an express train to the south of France.
While living in the Yellow House, Vincent made 3 versions of a painting of his bedroom. Vincent thought it was one of his best. He wrote that the painting captured his feelings of absolute restfulness.
Vincent produced 2,100 artworks. Almost none of them sold in his lifetime.
Vincent continued walking a lot and looking at nature. He wrote that loving nature was the real way to understand art.
He wrote that the best painters understood and loved nature, and that they taught us how to see.
Looking at the stars always makes me dream, just as we take the train to Tarascon or Rouen. We take death to reach a star.
Imagine us together in the little yellow house. Every day we paint the things we care about. I feel inspired and amazed again. I feel my luck has changed again. Come and stay with me. Come and stay with me. Come and stay with me. Come and stay.